Rose was going to a Halloween party. Her car, though, was in the shop because it had broke down. So to go to the party, she had to take an Uber. Well, she orders the Uber, and when the Uber comes, the guy is dressed up as a clown. And Rose doesn't think much about it at first because it's Halloween. So she gets in and she's dressed up as just a cat. So she gets in, and when she gets in, the door's locked. And she's a little freaked out, but she's like, okay, maybe he just locked the doors for whatever reason. So he ends up driving, and she notices he's driving away from the party. So now she's freaked out. So she's trying to talk to him, and he's not really talking back to her. He just keeps driving. And she's in a panic now because she doesn't know what's going on until he stops at a house she's never seen before. And he opens the door and he grabs her. And he tells her that she better be quiet or he's going to kill her. And he shows her a knife that he has. So he takes her inside and he takes her to where there's a basement. He throws her down the steps and he makes sure that she doesn't have a phone or anything. And then he shuts and locks the door behind him. And that first night, she doesn't know what is going on. And then that day, the next day, he comes back and he tells her that she better listen to everything that he says. He tells her that he had been watching her for a while. He tells her that the reason that he kidnapped her was because of her parents, basically. She comes for money, her family does. And he kidnapped her because he needed her help to be able to get their money. So he tells her that he's holding her for ransom. And she's freaking out and she's begging him to let her go. So he brings her a little bit of food and then he goes back upstairs. She doesn't have a phone or anything, so there's no way she can get a hold of anybody. But she realizes there's like a little window in the basement. But the bad thing is, though, is she realizes that you can't easily break it. So she realizes that she has to gain his trust to be able to get out of the situation. So she tries to, not panic. And every time he comes down to the basement, she just talks to him and tells him things about herself so that he'll see her as human. And she asks him things about himself. And he starts opening up to her and he tells her things. The scary thing is, though, is that she realizes she's not the first one that he's done this to. He tells her that he's done this to 2 other girls. They didn't make it, though. And so she's trying to stay calm, but inside she's freaking out. So when he goes back up, she comes up with a plan to be able to get out of the situation. The next time he comes downstairs, she is going to try to get the keys away from him. Because she knows she has to do something to get out of the situation. So the next time he comes down the stairs, she finds a way where she hugs him so she can try to get in his pocket. Luckily enough, his keys are there. He doesn't pay attention that she has his keys, but she's also worried that if he finds out that she has the keys, it could end bad for her. So he goes back upstairs and about 2 hours later, she ends up quietly going up the stairs because she knows once she opens that door, she's got to be fast. So as soon as she opens the door, she runs. The door, though, when she goes to the front door is bolted locked. And he grabs her. So she's back to where she was before. And he tells her, if you ever try that again the next time, you won't be so lucky. But she also notices she hears someone else upstairs. He tells her that that's his mom. And she wonders. And she even asks him, well, does your mom know what you're doing? And he tells her that yes, the mom does know what he's doing. And she feels at that time defeated because she's thinking to herself, how does your mom know you're doing this and she's fine with it? And when she asks him that, he says, well, I'm her son and she'd never tell on me. And after he says that, he goes back upstairs, leaving her by herself. Now, a whole week would go by. She's tired. She only eats a little bit when he brings her food every now and then. And luckily, he gave her some clothes to change into so she didn't have to be in a cat costume the whole time. But, I mean, the poor girl is miserable. She's been there for so long that at this point, she doesn't even actually know what day it is. So, the mom at some point goes downstairs and she's begging the mom to just let her go. She won't say anything, just she's begging the mom. And the mom tells her, you have to be very quiet tonight, and when he's asleep, I will help you escape. And that is going to be the end of part 1 of the story. And I will continue it next time.